And for most of us yogis, because that's you too now, by the way, you are a yogi. But for most of us yogis, as soon as we start to hear this breath, better yet, make that sound in the breath, we immediately recognize the association to relaxation. So you might notice as soon as you tune in, your whole body takes that signal and runs with it, but runs into a more calm, open, soft, accepting space. Allowing all of your facial muscles to relax. Your shoulders, and any place else that you notice you hold tightness, especially right now, or especially in the mornings. For most of us, the head and neck area, since we've been laying on a pillow, can be a little stiff or need a little opening. So we'll do that as we do. But we can also, without even any movement, bring our breath into this place and help it to relax, help it to create more flexibility, create more calm, relax the muscles, just by directing our breath to that place. And now let's enjoy a full body extension. Really give it a good stretch. Shift my chair up a little bit. Good, nice long stretch, stretch, stretch. See if you can reach even further by 2 inches. And then release that down. Just one side of the body. Use the hand for support on the opposite side so you can create that C shape and really get long, gazing up towards your upper hand. And then the other side. Long breath extends the limbs, and exhale softens you into the pose. And then one more time, other side. Hold as you exhale. One more stretch, inhale. And then release it, other side. Long breath. There we go. Coming up into the center, let's get some shoulders working here, making big circles. Let's bring as we're making these circles, let's bring our shoulders all the way up to the ears. Try to literally touch your earlobes. Now, most of us probably can't do that unless we have very long earlobes or very tall, pointy shoulders. But the idea is moving them in that direction, and then all the way together on your back. See if you can kind of get the inner edge of your shoulder blades to touch one another or come very close to that. See that, that pinching, that kissing, and then all the way down, and then all the way forward. So maybe just slow it down a little bit so you get really intentional about this. See if you can get the full expression, the full movement of the shoulders. So then all the way forward, the chest, the kind of sternum curls inward, the shoulders move forward, and then they come toward the face, the ears. So really exaggerate these movements for 2 more big circles. Ooh, I hear lots of cricking and cracking and popping. Maybe you guys do too. And then the other direction. All the way together, back, up and forward. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear the cracking of my shoulders through my microphone, through my earphones. Now sitting up nice and tall, neck is nice and long, shoulders down away from your ears now. And now just reach your hands down next to your chair and try to touch the ground with your fingertips. So you don't really see much going on here. Close your eyes. See if you can, again, sit taller. Try to touch the crown of the head up to the ceiling and try to touch the fingertips to the ground. Feel that wonderful lengthening across the top of the shoulders, the neck, the back, and now release that. Bringing your left arm up onto the top of the head, and then just tilt the head to the left side. Give it a nice stretch. You don't want to pull on it with your hand. You're just giving it some support, a little bit extra space there. And then other side. Good. And now just some head rolls. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to chest. Just hold it there. So making sure that your posture is nice and straight, even noticing how your lower belly pulls in, your lower rib cage pulls in, as we do each time we straighten our posture. But see if you can tuck your chin in even a little more. Pressing the shoulders down and then rolling the head over to the left side. And then chin to chest again, head over to the right side. And then continue like this on your own, stopping anywhere. So we're just doing like little half circles here. And you're stopping anywhere where your neck needs a little extra today. Breathe into that place. Open it up with the massage of your breath. And then sitting up nice and tall once again. And now let the head go back. And you've heard me say this before probably, but a lot of people are not comfortable making full head circles, like all the way around. If you are, then feel free. But otherwise, we kind of split it up, half circle, half circle. So now just kind of go back with the head to the left, put it back into the center, and then to the right. A couple times like that, just both sides. See if there's, again, any place where your body wants you to pause for a moment. Good. Again, you'll kind of hear lots of opening of the muscle fibers and the joints. So let's do one more full body extension now. Head right to the center, of course. Inhale, lengthen. And release that down. 6 directions of the spine, sitting up tall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're just rounding forward. I like to come off the back of the chair a little bit here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Halloween cat, really turn your tailbone under, arch your back, around your back, I should say. Now we're inhale, chest up, arching your back. You can hold up the bottom of your chair for support. That helps to press the chest forward a bit. And exhale. Take your own time here, move at your own pace and flow of breath. But again, really exaggerating the movement, see if you can get the full expression out of each. Pausing into the center, neutral spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down to your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, right arm reaches and tilt. So kind of like we did in the beginning, but we're just going to flow. Hands up overhead, gaze is up if it's comfortable. Exhale. A few times like this. Open that big chest to the side, just to help the whole rib cage open. And one more. And coming to the center. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, sitting up tall, neutral spine. And we're twisting, inhale. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Making sure I like to draw my knees together, make sure the knees stay together here. And exhale. Just again, making sure that your knees don't go off track, so your hips start to go off of alignment. You want to keep those nice and straight. And twist into your movement. And other side. Taking here any degree of twist that you'd like. And then we're just going to flow with it. Exhale. Now I'm going to use my hands to reach back, my arms, so you do what you like. You gaze at your back hand. That can help elongate the twist to the top of the head, and you're getting all the way up into the neck. Inhales to the center always. And one more time each side. And then release back into the center. There you go. Just shake that out a little bit. Now we're going to do just one sun salutation in our chair in this way, and then we're going to stand up today and do like modified sun salutations with our chair as our prop. So it'll be great. And I think anyone watching this, or most anyone watching this, has been with us a couple of times before, I'm guessing. And so if throughout there's any modifications, you know you can always come back to these chair poses that are nice and easy when you're sitting in the chair if the kind of next step isn't comfortable. So let's just move through our sun salutations sitting in the chair as we know them. So first, your feet both flat onto the ground. Some people like to put a towel under there. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, hands on shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right knee comes into the chest. Crazy. Right knee comes into the chest, hug it in. Exhale, fold forward. Left knee in. Nice and tight. Exhale, fold. Inhale now, we're coming up onto the knees into a gentle cobra for now. Elbows in, fingers are spread, neck is long, breath lengthens the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And hands to heart. One more. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Right knee in. Hug it in nice and firm. Hold it here for a moment actually as you exhale. Sitting up tall off the back of your chair, see if you can still draw that knee in towards you. So now as it comes in towards you, it's also coming to the outside of the body a little bit. Just draw that in. Not too much, but just kind of off to the side rib cage. There you go. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Right knee in to the side and fold. Cobra, maybe a little bit higher into up dog, arching the back a bit more, chin up, and exhale, fold. All the way up. And hands to heart. All right, so now we're going to stand up. I'll move my chair to the side. Of course, you all can adjust however you want, that you can see me and be comfortable with the chair as your prop. So I figured to the side is best so that you can kind of see the profile of each, but you might want to have your chair kind of back facing me so you can see the screen. Obviously, you'll figure this out. So standing up nice and tall in front of your chair. Let's see if I can adjust a little bit here and get a little better view. A little bit. All right, so you're standing in front of your chair just a couple of feet, 2 feet, I'd say, and 2 feet distance, that is. And we are going to just bring our hands, tilt forward, bring our hands onto the base of the chair. So right here, you're making just kind of like a tabletop pose, right? So even here, just feeling the palms, the fingers spreading wide, the palms really rooted into the chair. And just feel nice and strong across your back. The shoulder blades are wide. The belly is pulled in, so it's not sagging and the back isn't bowing, but nice and strong abdomen. Belly pulled in. Just kind of right here with the back nice and flat and your tabletop, just shift your hips from right to left. You can bend one knee and then the other. And just where you're feeling this is kind of at the top of the hip crest. You're feeling a nice opening here. Go to the other side, bend and tilt. Hopefully you feel that. And in the low back and all of those kind of internal hip muscles. And then kind of coming back into the center, walking your hands forward on the chair so the chest can come down, and now we have a modified down dog. So I have to walk my feet back a couple more inches. You guys do what you feel. It's best, of course, if your chair is stable on the ground and not going to slide around. And then spread your fingers wide, let your head really come down in between your arms now.
And the armpit areas really start to open up. Bend your knees a bit and sink into the armpits. Really feel that great shoulder stretch. That's why we really took some time extra to warm the shoulders and prepare them. This deep stretch, it's pretty much the deepest shoulder stretch in all of yoga is down dog. So just get into the movements, close your eyes, don't worry about so much what exactly you're supposed to be postured as. Really, it's about the sensations. And again, here, bending one leg and the other, they call it walking the dog. Bending one knee and then the other, I should say, and you feel, again, that deeper opening in the hips. Great stretch across the low back. Bend your knees strongly now. Kind of squat down into a chair pose and just feel that nice extension from the fingertips to the tailbone. And then extending your legs out. They can always be softly bent. That's no problem, the knees, if that's more comfortable. And now very slowly walking your hands up to standing. So we are going to kind of move through very slowly first, and probably staying slow because otherwise chairs start flying and we get a little confused with the prop. It's not quite as easy as it is on the mat to kind of just flow quickly through the sun salutations. With the chair as our prop, we'll go a little slower. So nice tall standing pose first. Inhale. And this is called Tadasana, you may or may not know. So let's just check in actually with this pose. Simple pose, but powerful pose. Lifting up the toes. I don't know if you can see mine, but lift them all up, spread them out like monkey toes, and then lay them down one at a time. And then just look down there and notice if your toes are all spread open. If they don't open up like fingers like this, then reach your hands down there and do that manually. To spread each toe. It's really good to get space in between our toes. You might have seen those things called yogi toes, and they're those little, kind of like when you go get a pedicure and they separate your toes for painting, but it's even a little wider and a little less squishy, and it really opens the feet all up. Yeah, it helps us so much with foot health, especially as we age. So making your monkey toes nice and wide, feeling grounded. You can go ahead and stand back up if you were over there by the toes. And then just with some very soft knees, not necessarily bent, but just soft, not locked. Nice and strong. Feel your tailbone tuck under. That pulls the pelvis in, the lower abdomen in, and the lower rib cage down. Strong across the chest and just kind of stable here, feeling the shoulder blades widening out to both sides. Fingers are down along the sides of the body. Close your eyes for a moment, and I know you're just standing, but suddenly you're much more aware of every part of your body. Big breath here. Mountain pose, it's also known as. And now we will flow a bit. So let's inhale, arms out to the sides and up. Gaze up towards your hands, if that's okay with your head and your neck. Exhale, arms out to the sides. Let's fold forward. Place your hands onto your chair and tilt forward. Inhale, we're going to kind of bring our chest up. Step the right foot only forward towards the chair. Step the left foot back, and we're lunging now. And see if you can, to whatever degree you are comfortable, kind of deepen into your lunge with your hands on the chair for support. So it's just kind of nice to have this prop so that you can really think more about the legs and not have so much weight on the body. Now, of course, if you choose, if you don't fall over, you can always bring your hands up. I'm actually going to just leave them down here, though, for today so that, again, we can really get into the low body. So just enjoy this deep lunge here. You want to make sure that your knee is immediately over your ankle. And then the other foot, in my case, it's the right forward, left back. I'm not sure where you're at, maybe the same. So if your left leg is back, then that left ankle is up. Now see if you can place that left knee down very gently on the ground just for a moment and lift the chest a bit. So you see you are able to relax a little more into the lunge and bring it into that left hip flexor quite deeply. Good, now press into the foot, lift that back knee And then go ahead and step your right leg back to meet your left and fold forward again. Down dog. And now the other side, right leg steps forward, left leg is back. Nice deep lunge. Do exactly what you did on the other side. Again, just checking in with all the body parts, making sure that there's good alignment. Whenever you're ready, the back knee can go down to deepen the pose for a few breaths. Pressing into that back knee and coming up again. Just play with it. Listen to your body. See if you can get into the calf and the back as well by bending that, pressing the back heel toward the back of the room. Yeah, and that deepens into that front hip flexor also. And then pressing into the hands, some support to bring the left leg back. And going into down dog again. A few deep breaths here. Now coming toward your chair, walking up toward the chair. And then bring your feet just maybe a foot in front so that you can reach up onto the back of the chair. And now allow the upper body to relax in between the arms into even a little deeper down dog, a little deeper stretch. Good. And then you're going to step towards the chair a bit more. Inhale, just placing the fingers on the back of the chair, just kind of chin up, open the chest, and then flow back into that. We'll do that just a few times. So you're not really pushing the hips forward necessarily, because then the chair will become unstable. So you're just kind of opening the chest a bit. One more time. And exhale. And inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Arms out to the sides. Leaning back just a smidge if you can. And then hands to heart. Good. Let's just warm the spine a little bit more there with the back bend. It'll allow it to be a little bit more comfortable as we move through and more prepared. So you're standing hip distance apart with the feet, hands on the hips. And some people like to bring the fingertips behind in this way and have them facing downward. I always kind of put them to the outside of my hips. It's a little more, allows a little more space. Whatever's comfortable for you. Some people like to just put them on the hands of the sides of the hips. But either way, we are inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, shifting the hips forward a bit. Good. And imagine an inhale coming, bringing awareness all the way up the front of the body. And then the exhale allows a shifting backwards, a rounding backwards. Inhale, lengthen, lift the heart. Exhale, see if you can tilt back just a little more. Use your hands for support. No need to take it too far. One more breath. And then slowly coming back into the center. And now we're going to flow through our sun salutation one more time. So you're just standing in front of your chair yet again. Inhale, arms out to the sides and up. Exhale, fold forward. And just here is just a forward fold. So kind of lay onto your chair. Just let the upper body come down. You, of course, can forward fold without the chair involved and just enjoy a full forward fold. Sometimes it's nice just to have a little help with balance. Inhale, coming up halfway, hands on the chair. We said kind of like a tabletop position. See if you can arch the back just slightly. And then exhale, fold forward. Let's do that again, actually. Inhale, tabletop position. See if you can bring the heart, the chin, a little bit of a cobra, and then fold forward. Good. Coming up again to tabletop position. And then let's keep the right foot moving in, the left foot moving back. Lunge, deep lunge. We'll hold the lunge for a moment again, a few breaths. So just enjoy it while we're here. See if you can get the most out of this posture while we're here. Meaning feeling very grounded through both feet, nice and strong legs, activated back leg and front leg, all four corners of the feet pressing. The left heel really reaching toward the back of the room. The hips slowly sinking. If you'd like, you can let that back knee relax down for a moment. Keep the hip, or the foot rather, tucked under, because that will help protect the knee a little bit since we're just here for a moment. And it will also allow for a much deeper hip opener here, hip flexors. And then slowly coming out of that into a lunge, straightening that back leg. And then slowly coming out. I have to step one foot forward. And adjust for down dog. Big deep breath in down dog. Bend your knees a bit. Feel that stretch across the opening of the upper back. Good. Then the other side. So first tabletop. Then left foot forward, right foot back. Deep lunge. Take a moment to set it up. And then just enjoy it. You can close your eyes or just gaze forward. Feeling nice and strong. The legs really rooted. The right heel pressing back. Eventually, you can let the right knee drop down if you choose. Most important is that you really feel this wonderful opening in the hip area. Legs moving in opposite directions. Straightening that right leg out a little bit. Stay in your lunge for a moment. Strong back leg. And then slowly coming out of it into down dog. Deep breath. Now just walking your hands, or your feet rather, forward just about a foot and forward fold again. It's the same thing we did. I had my hands up on the chair. You can do whatever you want. Straighten your legs a little bit and then soften them as you exhale. Just kind of feel like a very delicate pulsing as you breathe. Now that I've been here a little longer, my body is ready to go a little deeper, so my hands can come off the chair and down onto my ankles, but it depends on where you're at and where your body's at today. If you are folding forward without the assistance of the chair, you can hold the backs of the ankles and curl the forearms behind the calves. 2 more breaths in this forward fold. And then whether you're touching the chair or not, soften your knees quite a bit. Ragdoll upper body. And vertebra by vertebra, roll up super slow motion. Good. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders up towards your ears, back and down, and just stand again into Tadasana. I'm going to turn my Tadasana towards you. Feet are hip distance apart. Again, it looks like we're just standing, but there's actually quite a dynamic pose going on here. Just being so aware of our body, palms forward, tilt forward, kind of turn open slightly. Closing your eyes. Very nice. So now we are going to go into our balancing poses. So let's do tree pose. Now, I think for most of us, it's nice to have the chair here for support. Turn it this way so that I can use the back of it. You can do whatever you'd like, but just the balancing poses, it's always nice to have a little something to get us started. So whether you're holding or not, the most important part is you are bringing all of your weight into one foot. Let's say from now, the right foot. And then the left foot is coming up, left knee is coming out. You know this one likely, your foot is either on the calf or above the knee on the thigh, just not on the knee.
Once you place the leg where you'd like it, just standing up nice and tall, press that left knee out a little more. And now make sure that sometimes what happens in a tree pose is we're pushing in and then the hips are going to the right here, right? So you want to make sure that the right leg is really rooted like a tree trunk, super strong. It's activated, its muscles are working. And you see the way that once we activate that leg, it like pushes us straight again. It pushes us up. The tree can stand tall. Keeping that tree nice and tall, maybe you can release the hold on the chair, the support there for balance, and bring the palms together. Keeping your eyes on one point of focus, your drishti is very helpful when we're balancing like this. And then only if you'd like to take it further, you can extend your tree limbs, each of the little twigs at the ends and the leaves, your fingers. Open the arms up nice and wide. Feel like this celebration of the sun, as probably trees do every morning when they feel that kiss of warmth. And then slowly hands come together, palms come together. And now, rather than releasing the leg down, let's see if we can just hold on to the chair, keep that left leg up and just tilt it or turn it around so you can grab on with your left hand, you see? So now we're just drawing the left foot towards our buttocks. Good, just nice tall posture here. Pressing the left knee down toward the earth, trying to touch it onto the ground, kind of toward that direction, obviously, not really touching it. And then the foot comes towards the buttocks even more. And now with the foot toward the buttocks as much as you can, start to tilt forward. And now kick into that back hand. The foot comes away from the buttocks now and the bow starts to open. So I'm just going to turn mine to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. First, holding the foot in, tilting a little bit, and now kick into the hand so that the bow opens. Making sure that both hips are facing downward. You're not wanting to open your bow. Chest faces downward, knee presses back, hand and foot of the left go up toward the ceiling. One more breath, and release that down. Slowly, and all the way down. Nice, shake that out a little bit. Good, and now the other side. Balancing poses are so useful, not only to create, obviously, balance and flexibility in the body, but this balance comes with us outside of the yoga practice, and we remain more balanced in our whole lives. Rooting down now through the left foot, making your tree trunk, spread your toes a little wider out, and then the right foot comes towards the buttocks. Oops, wrong, I skipped it, didn't I? We're doing tree pose first. The right foot comes to the inner thigh. Here we go. Or wherever you did on the other side. Standing up nice and tall, rooted through that foot, rooted through your trunk. Make sure that the right knee is open to the left. To the right, rather. If you're opening the right knee, it's opening to the right. And then the hands can come to the heart. Working your balance, fixing your gaze. Only if you feel ready, extend your limbs. Breathe deeply. Find that balance, that sense of balance, not only in this physical expression, but also find the ease of the pose as you settle into the moment. All you need to do is breathe. Open your heart up. Feel the warmth of the sun. And then slowly releasing it down. With the hands only, by the way. Now the right leg turns. Now you're hooking that in toward the buttocks. And we're going into our dancer pose. Holding one hand onto the chair, very lightly tilting, very kind of a slightly tilt. And now kick into that back hand and open up the bow.
Chest still faces down toward the ground, the hips also. And then slowly releasing out of that to standing, and then release the foot and give it a shake. Very nice. Nice little low back. Actually, let's do a forward fold. And sometimes it's nice just to release there. With the hands on the hips, just do kind of a half of a fold first. So you have a nice flat back. And now forward fold. You can soften the knees a little. Deep breath. And then slowly again, soften the knees, even bend the knees, and roll up nice and easy. There we go, friends. Now we're going to make our way into our final relaxation position. We'll do a twist before we get all the way into that stillness, but please find your way to the perfect spot for relaxation / meditation. And once you've found that sweet spot, do some sort of spinal twist. You know, there's many variations. Oh, there we go. There's many variations to the poses. So find what works for you in the position that you're in. If you're on your back, it might be nice to hug the knees in and then tilt or let both knees go to one side and kind of that typical spinal twist laying on your back. If you're in a chair, you can do the same as we do like in the beginning of class. Just bringing a little balance into the spine in that way. And then whenever you're ready, you can go into more fully your relaxation position. The little doggo even prepared himself. He must have heard where we were at. So you can settle down now completely into that space, finding stillness with the body here eventually. And when you do find that stillness, then it's the perfect time to close your eyes and tune in yet again to your very, very deep breath. Let's say 3 long, huge cycles, maybe the biggest breaths that you've had all morning. Fill the lungs completely, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. And then after those 3 huge breaths, then just let it go. Let it flow. No need to regulate or control the breath any longer. Now moving your attention to letting your body completely relax. Completely relax. Tuning into each space. As I say this out loud, you repeat it silently in your mind, triggering the relaxation response in your body. I'm relaxing my feet, my ankles, my lower legs, knees, upper legs. My legs are completely relaxed. I'm relaxing my hips, my low back, middle back, upper back. Relaxing my shoulders. I'm relaxing my chest. I'm relaxing my abdomen. I'm relaxing all of my internal organs. My whole torso is completely relaxed. I'm relaxing my fingers and my palms, my wrists, my lower arms, elbows, and upper arms. Relaxing my fingers and palms, my arms, all the way. My arms and my hands are completely relaxed. I'm relaxing my neck and my head. Relaxing all of my facial muscles around my eyes and eyebrows, forehead, temples. I'm relaxing my nose and my cheeks and my jaw, my teeth, lips, tongue. I'm relaxing my ears and my scalp. I'm relaxing my brain. My neck and my head and all of my facial muscles are completely relaxed. From head to toe, let's let go. Allowing a wave of warmth to roll over us like a gentle blanket, bringing ease and safety so that we can let go and deeply rest. Just rest now. Resting and being. There's nothing to do and nowhere to go. Just be. Just be. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Very gently beginning to deepen your breath a little while your body remains still, eyes closed. As you deepen your breath, you may start to feel your awareness coming back into your body, back into the room. While you're there, resting with your eyes closed, I thought I would pull or kind of flip randomly to a message for us today. This is a beautiful little journal that I have about gratitude, a book of various quotes. I've read from it many times for you all. But let's just randomly find one today. Let the universe guide us. So it says, "Seek not, my soul, the life of the immortals, but enjoy to the fullest the resources that are within thy reach." Again, seek not, my soul, the life of the immortals, but enjoy to the fullest the resources that are within thy reach. By Pindar. And the inquiry question is, what do I covet? Would I really be happier possessing it? It's an interesting thought. So just taking a moment now in this open, quiet, receptive space to notice if there's something that you are, in fact, reaching or yearning for that someone else possesses that you have told yourself that you do not. And now, as you recognize that, see if, first of all, is there truth to that? Do you not possess that at all within you? And likely the answer that comes up there is actually, no, I do. Maybe it's just a little bit. So maybe if this is something that is true and virtuous, if it is something that would improve our lives, then imagine right now being able to plant that seed of your intention, that seed from which this intention will grow and get bigger and take up more space in our life. So rather than reaching for something that is outside of us and wishing that we had it, notice that the potential for anything is within us. And as long as this is something that is truly valuable and not, a material good that won't really make us happy. It doesn't really make our lives better. But if this is something virtuous, something that you know it would serve you well, then plant the seed. Each day when you breathe, when you meditate, when you have quiet moments in nature, you can nurture this seed and see this tree of your intention start to grow. Start to see a little more of it in your life. For me, what comes up when we have this thought is thoughtfulness. I have a friend who is incredibly thoughtful. Every time something happens in your life, he remembers it. And yesterday, when he did that for me yet again, I had a moment of insecurity of I don't do that enough. I don't have that quality in myself. And the reality is, I sure can. You sure can. We can have anything that we want. And so I plant that seed now. That seed to take my thoughtfulness a little deeper, to take a breath, to create some space, to plant that intention of more thoughtfulness. With each breath, we give it the opportunity to manifest itself in our life. And so it is. Now deepening our breath a little more. Wiggling fingers and toes just a bit. And ever so slowly creating a little more movement until you can roll, if you're laying, to a sitting position. If you're already sitting, then just sitting up and building a nice posture. And then let's bring our palms together, our hands to our heart, and we'll close our practice this morning with a long Om together. Breath in. Om. If you'd like, you can bring your fingertips toward your forehead and take a bow, honoring your divine essence, honoring your beautiful soul and your mind that brings you to this practice today. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And I honor each of you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you again for practicing and for bringing yourself to the chair. I would say normally the mat, right? But in this case, bringing yourself to the chair so that we can really feel even better as we move into this day and throughout our week. Maybe even more flexible and open in our body, but more flexible and open in our minds as well. That's what it's all about, friends. So lots of love to each of you. I see a little message from Kathy. Hi. Let me see here. Oh, there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so much. Love you too. And we will talk to you all later on. Have a wonderful week. Namaste. Say bye, Benny. Say bye to all of our friends. Give me buddy. Good boy. Okay. Bye for now, friends. Lots of love. See you later.